You know, once you hit your 20s, life doesn't get easy. It never gets easier from here. From here, it just gets harder and harder and harder. And it never goes back to the way it was. You know your innocent self, your innocent 5-year-old self, innocent 7-year-old self, 8-year-old self, where you could do anything, you know. You could jump on the swing, you could ride down the ladder, but you had zero worries. You didn't worry about anything during those times. And as you grow, the worries become minuscule. Like, well, will I pass this test? Will I have enough friends? Or just your worries are not major. You don't have major things to worry about at that age. Well, if you come from a normal household, that is. I understand there's certain situations whereby children are in dangerous households or not so quote unquote normal household where maybe it's a one parent household or they getting taken care of by their uncle or whatever, you know. So you have situations like that. But if you follow the process of life, the rules of life, where you go to kindergarten, you go to school, you make friends, you go to high school, you make friends, you go to university. If you're following that that blueprint of life, then it's not really as straightforward, right? When it gets tricky is when the line isn't straightforward anymore. When it's not go to school, go to high school, go to university, not. When after high school, when the line is different now. Maybe you have a job that you know is feeding you, right? Maybe you have a temporary job that that pays enough to pay for your studies, right? Or maybe there's a different situation where it's a struggle at home, and you're not quite doing what you desire to do, right? And so the line is getting squiggly, the line is changing. Or maybe you move to a different city, and they, you have a new start, you meet new people, and you're trying to find your feet in this new city, right? So life is just different. It has its ups and downs. It has its ups and downs, man. So yeah, but what you can do, and I know you're watching this because maybe you feel like you've been left behind. Maybe you feel left behind, or you feel left out. I would say to you that your race cannot be compared to another person's race, right? Your race cannot be compared to someone else's race. Someone else's race is different. Your race is different. Your guys' race is different. Maybe this person will get their license at 17. Maybe you will get your license at 24. Maybe this person will get a job at like 13. Maybe you will get a job at 19, 20. Like, it's different for different people for different reasons. But in life, we're not all on the same path. I might be good at something that you're not good at. You might be good at something I'm not good at. I mean, it's the same with life. Certain people reach certain stages at this sector, and in this sector you reach a higher stage, and another person reaches a certain stage in that sector, and maybe they reach a lower stage in this sector, right? So it's different. It's really, really just different. And what I would say to you is, it is what it is. You're in this situation right now, right? So there's nothing you can do to change it. There are actionable steps to change your future. The present, the present is what it is, but you can change the future. You change the future by what you do every day, right? You change the future by what you do every day, or you decide, let me say, you determine your future by what you do every day. Yes, you determine your future by what you do every day, what you put in every day, what you work on every day, what you sow every day. What you sow will eventually reap. There will be a harvest for what is sown, right? It will eventually bear fruit. Right? The question is, will it bear good fruit or will it bear bad fruit? And that's a question for you today. When you look down the line of 5 years, 6 years down the line, will you bear good fruit or will you bear bad fruit? And the answer to that question that you're asking is, it's what you do today. What have you done that is productive today that will improve your life for the next 5 years? Have you read maybe a book that increases your knowledge on a particular field? A field that you love, right? Have you got a qualification, like a course? Did you complete a course on the internet, right? Or have you managed to sell a product in your business? How far are you with your business, right? These are the questions, like, depending on what you're currently pursuing, that you need to answer. Whatever dream that you're pursuing, whatever goal that you're pursuing, whatever dream, whatever goal you're pursuing, you need to ask yourself, have I been productive enough today? Today, just today. And if not, tomorrow, you put more reps in. Tomorrow, you work harder. Tomorrow, you do better. You do better tomorrow. And you do better the day after that. And the day after that. Right? And eventually, your life is gonna look pretty good. Your life will look pretty well. You'll do pretty good for yourself, right? And so another key is communication, right? As human beings, what I've witnessed is a lot of the people who have success are very, very good communicators. Hence why I always encourage us to read. I always encourage you to read books. To always try to improve your communication, right? If maybe you still have a chance, enter a public speaking contest or whatever, right? Because even public speaking is a good skill to have, you know. Maybe you can transfer into, like, become an MC of events, you know. So master your language to a point whereby you are so confident in saying the things you say. Because once you get so confident in saying certain things, your life will improve. Your life will improve. It's all here and here. This and this. It's all here. You have to be better at communicating. If you get better at communicating, everything else will improve. Right? Also, your health. You need to start working out if you haven't been working out, right? And I know I'm saying this and I've worked out like what, like 2 weeks back. Like, I've been off it for like 2 to 3 weeks. So as I'm saying this to you, I'm also saying this to myself. That I need to get back to working out. To get healthier, so that by the next 5 to 10 years, I am healthier and I look better. I'm more energized. I'm more active. That is a vital thing that needs to happen. It needs to happen, right? And I guess the most, I would say, if not the most, this might be the most important thing I mentioned in this video, that what you're saying to yourself, what you're saying inside, your inner content. Everything that you say to yourself about yourself, it has to be positive. It needs to be positive. If you catch yourself saying a negative thing about yourself, you need to tell, whoa. And remember, I need to be more positive. It needs to change. Right? If you continue to say negative things about yourself using this and using the inner voice, nothing will change. That's why you need to start within. You need to start within. You need to say the positive stuff within, so that the stuff that comes out is even more positive. Right? So I'll end it there.